What's going on, guys? This your boy John, the Liquidator, coming back with a classic video. Now, the WNBA owners has truly changed everything. Guys, news is coming out that the proposal that they sent them, the new one, oh yes, it got big time changes. Now, we heard Adam Silver the other day pretty much say, y'all got until March 10th. The 11th hour is on the hour, bruh. Y'all better get this thing signed, sealed, and delivered. Because if you don't, it's gonna be held up. Hey, well, I'm here to tell you, dog, it is about to get real because the new proposal has shocking details in it. Everybody's talking about it online. This thing right here. Look, your boy here, John Liquidator, had to put on both of the chains for this one. I ain't lying, man. Shout out to the homeboy Mike over on Twitter, dog. He he put this out. He said, and this is why the Indiana Fever should have never traded away their first round pick. Last season, you could have two max players and the rest basically league minimum and rookie contracts. So he's talking about this new deal. Now, in this new deal, a lot of stuff has changed from the first one. Now, shout out to Annie Costable over on Front Office Sports because she went in grave detail and nitpicked this whole thing and broke it all the way down. It's been reported that when the WNBA and WBPA finish at the bargaining table and basketball returns, the league should have its first $1 million player. But how will the league propose max salaries? A super max at 20% and a standard max at 17.5% impact the rest of the roster. This is the news right here that everybody and their mama is talking about. Let's dive into this article, baby. Inside the WNBA's proposed new economic system. Now, whenever the WNBA and the Players Union are done at the negotiating table, basketball returns, the league will likely have its first $1 million player, bruh. Now, she put Kelly here. We already talked about her, but I'm going to make another video of. But it goes on to say in the last 29 seasons, WNBA players has earned more than $1 million, just not in the WNBA. Dana Taurasi contract with UMMC, I'm not even trying to pronounce that word, paying her seven figures, including paying her more than her 2014 WNBA salary, three-time WNBA champion Candace Parker's base salary when she played in WNBA never cracked 200,000, but she was one of the highest earners in women's sports, obviously dealing with her portfolio. Now, this right here is going to be talking in grave detail about what is about to happen, dog. It goes on to say now the WNBA is offering a supermax base salary of roughly $1.1 million or 20% of the proposed $5.6 million salary cap in year one of the CBA. But sources have said the seven-figure payday for some will come at a cost to others. Damn, hold up. The salary cap would increase over the length of the deal in the line with the league's revenue growth. So it's saying, hold up, somebody ain't finna get some money for somebody else to get some money? Is that's what they insinuating? Because that's what it seemed like to me. Somebody finna have to lose money so somebody could get some money. It goes on to say the league has not yet reached its line in the sand regarding the salary cap. Multiple sources has told Front Office Sports the players are proposed a salary cap of 9.5 million. That's the 10 million basically we've been speaking about since we've been covering this. They're not going to get that 10 million, and they're definitely not going to get that 30% revenue share. Goes on to say players met virtually, which we talked about that. We know about the March 10th deadline. Goes on to say the league proposal includes two-tier of max salary, similar to the CBA, according to one source familiar with the negotiations. Now, the Supermax would account for 20% of the salary cap, and the standard max, roughly 988,000, would take up to 17.5%. Unlike the current CBA, players would not be eligible to earn the Supermax salary through a sign and trade deal. Hold up. Now, at first, if I'm not mistaken, that standard Supermax deal was 1.1 million. It looked like They knocked that joker down to 900,000. Now, the Supermax salary in 2025 was 250. We already know that. We've been covering that. Now, the average salary in the league proposed CBA is roughly at 470,000 and the minimum, with no destination between the veteran minimum and that for a player with less than 3 years of experience would just cost over 200,000. Now, these are figures without the league's projected revenue sharing, which players would not receive more than 15% of total revenue sharing. Bro, they're not letting their foot off the gas with the revenue sharing. Now, here's the roster gymnastics of it. It says the WNBA's hard salary cap has led stars in recent years to give teams discounts to spend the money elsewhere. Don't look like ain't nobody getting no discount this year, bro. Judging off the way this thing is set up, seems like everybody want to get their money. It goes on to say in 2025, the Supermax accounted for roughly 16.5% of the salary cap, and four-time WNBA All-Star Agent Wilson made even less than that. Now, goes on to say similarly, the success of teams like the Phoenix Mercury, Atlanta Dream, Minnesota Lynx, and New York Liberty was continuant. And damn, why that pop-up did that? I don't know. We're going to skip past that. But 20% of the salary. Hold on. In addition to the percentage of salary cap alluded to the Supermax players, the percentage going to the rookie scale contracts will increase. Those perfect, for example, Leah Boston, Indiana Fever, #1 overall pick. She had roughly $541,000 in 2026, according to the sources. This equates to about 9.6% of the salary cap under the previous CBA. Boston's salary took up 5.6% of the salary cap. Wow. So the last season minimum players was at 4.4%. Now, however, 3.6% of 5.6 million is just over 200,000 for more than players on the minimum. It don't, judging off all of this, man, I'm not going to read a bunch of numbers to y'all. To me, it looked like they getting less money. That just sums it up. They're getting less money. Damn, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Keep the bills. Hold on, we'll be back with more content, man. And until next time, dog, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out. Golly, boy, they is